It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Delusion. I made my own tuber. No one ever sees my legs, but, you know, had to make them. It is one of those things, you know. You know, we'll put our models and our artwork out there, and we gotta have references for our legs. We gotta have our references for dem pins.
You're one to talk.
I did see the trailer for Spy Family Season 2. It looks great! Hamsters! Storm! That is such disrespect. They are his 4 dark devas of destruction, and they should be treated with the respect they deserve. But yes, I do like Gundam and his devas. It is just a shame that the internet has ruined his talent. You know, being the ultimate breeder and all that. You know, the internet has ruined that. So, maybe not him specifically, but certainly that word. Certainly that word. Anyway, if this continues, we're just going to talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Oh boy. So something like, so we're going, it has to be the blood on the souls key, because we're talking about Ibuki being on her feet, right?
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Her feet?
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something? Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Oh wait, the bullet
Maybe
was
her
for the
feet
blue
were on the floor.
text?
But she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
God damn it, Kazuichi!
Weak, weak, I say.
Yeah.
It doesn't even pierce my heart.
Chiaki said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true? Right, there was blue text there that said sign she stepped on something. I think that's what we need to shoot.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign
she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Consent is very important.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
No, it has to be Hiyoko's blood.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Well done, Akane.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
She just had the hemp bag over her head so she wouldn't see it, I guess.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
I don't want to ask this question, but I'm not sure the video game will. How did that noose fit around the hemp bag? Is that a silly question to ask?
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Oh, we're doing the sword thing.
A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Hinata. It's just a hemp bag. It's hemp, not straw. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair. Fair.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you
I am dumb sometimes, so...
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how
Are you sure you're sure?
this world might be destroyed, you know.
This guy's a crackpot.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
I feel like Gundam is the walking... the walking caricature of... Anyone ever seen Hey Arnold? You know when he gets into the fight and he basically goes crazy so that he doesn't have to fight to weird out the bully? I feel like Gundam is just like the walking, like, incarnation or caricature of that. You know. I'll say something so dumb, but I'll say it with such malice that you'll be just too dumbfounded to either want to argue back or you'll just get annoyed and leave. You know, he's just not worth your time kind of thing. Oh well.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Also, he's totally a Yu-Gi-Oh villain. The smudge on the floor that was attempted to be cleaned up, but wasn't.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just a... Did you see a nice nightmare?
Okay. I guess it's the blood prompt. Gundam is Elon Musk as a teenager? What was that What was that meme you made? What did it say?
Blaze your glory.
Oh yeah, Gundam's blazing his glory right now.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet... Oh, ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through the
Cunt!
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Oh, I suppose I should explain that for the newbies. There is a meme. Allow me to cunt through those words. Yeah, there is a meme going around of, well, I wouldn't say going around, but since I'm only recently playing the game, I've only just come across it. And it's basically the counter screen, but somebody has edited it to say cunt. Which I think is hilarious because Irish, we use that word as, you know, as much as the Australians do. You know, it's just vernacular for us at this stage. It doesn't really have the same vile curse language that it does in other territories. A buffer word. Let me see if I can... just trying to see if I can find the meme here. Oh, there we are. Now, I know that's Danganronpa 1, but, I mean, they're using the same cutaway, so, you know, the meme stands. It's not Hajime, it's, Naegi. So, although looking at that hair, you'd be forgiven for mixing them up. Their hair does the same weird point thing at the top. You know that was originally just the normal name for a vag, right? I mean, I suppose. If you want to suck all the fun out of everything, Meg. Anyway.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but...
Kirby Winter. Oh, God. I'm not continuing with my train of thought on that, Meg. I'm not continuing with my train of thought on that. Because the last Kirby game we played, Kirby turned into a glory hole. So I ain't touching that one. Ow! Ow. I'm not wrong, though. He did. I mean, Kirby was great, but... You know... Murger. I'm moving on. Also, I think I lowered the game down too much when the raid happened, so I'm just gonna bring the volume back up a tad.
Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Why did I read that as misread? That is Kirby Winter! I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. Just bury me now. Okay. Oh, okay. Body has been discovered. Yeah. Ibuki's body was left out in the open and wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Yeah. Basically, Remy? Basically.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
What are you even saying at this point anymore, Gundam?
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Yeah, can't you?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Ah, wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Yes, it did.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
But if they self-terminate, do we just vote to agree it was, you know, self-termination rather than actually a moida?
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
God damn it. Chill out, Monokuma, chill out.
Why me? Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Possible, but is that going to be what happened?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
I don't know. Heat of the moment, crime of passion.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
That's a hell of a fall to make and climb back up, though.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Fuyuhiko here.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
Yeah.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Yeah, actually. Did she have a twin sister we didn't know of? I swear to God, if they pull that bullshit again, I'ma throw this controller at the screen. Well, maybe I won't. These fucking Pro controllers are expensive. Thank you, Nintendo. But yeah, I'm gonna be annoyed. I will be annoyed, though, if they pull that again.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Hey, Sonico! Welcome in! Welcome in! How was Pokemon?
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to...
Hey! Welcome in, Raiders! Zadandy Man, welcome in! Welcome to the chat! Hello! Gail! Welcome in! Hi! Oh, no! Oh! Zadandy Man, thank you for the follow! Yay! How's everyone doing? Welcome in! How goes the murder and drama? It is murdering and dramaing, for sure. We've got a case of double moida to solve, and that's kind of what we're working our way through now.
So,
But
an alibi.
Zadandyman and Gale, and welcome in. My name is Ami. You may have seen me around in Momo's streams, but yeah, we're currently playing through Danganronpa 2. I'm a VTuber based out of Ireland, and yeah, I'm been really enjoying the game so far. So, thank you for joining in, and thank you for the follows. Enjoy your emotes. This courtroom holds 5 brain cells total, and Monokuma holds 4 of them hostage. Yeah, basically. Basically, yeah. Hey, no worries, Sonico. You take your time. You do what you gotta do, friendo. It's all good.
Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
The weakest alibi. Okay.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
Indeed. Post-stream aftercare is important, so make sure to stretch, make sure to get something to eat, hydrate if you haven't been, you know, look after yourself, stretch. Definitely stretch.
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
You basically rebuilt them. You should know.
Then the video Hajime saw was actually live?
All good, Meg. Welcome back in.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
Oh, brilliant, Meg. Thank you for shouting Sonico out. How was Pokemon? Have you had to restart the whole Nuzlocke again, or are you making progress?
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
I'm on attempt number 6. Got through the 3rd gym, caught a Mandibuzz, static encounter after the 3rd city. Oh, nice. I was chatting in between salmon run matches. Teammates were not happy. Still got a gold scale, though. I mean, as long as you get that gold, right? I really need to go back to Splatoon. I haven't touched it since the Idol Splatfest. It's like, I thought that would sort of reinvigorate me to go back to it, but I'm like, no, I think I'm still kind of burnt out. How did I have that off? Hold on. There we go.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
You go, Sonia. You go, girl. Mikan's account or Fuyuhiko's account.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
The murders supposedly happened before and during the morning. Okay, so I can see why Fuyuhiko's alibi is an option there. Because if Gundam is going to be being in your cottage isn't an alibi, then nobody has an alibi. Because they weren't allowed to stay at the hospital. Something about that Kazuichi frown doesn't feel right. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Is it not, though?
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody
has an alibi.
No, that's wrong!
Cunt!
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
Yeah.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
I don't know if we had to tell them that exactly, Mikan, but... or phrase it in that way. But okay.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Get your mind out of the gutter, Kazuichi. We nearly died, man. We nearly died. Twice! Mikan, it was meant to be our secret! She nearly killed us with... she nearly choked us to death with those fat tits. Oh.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Oh yeah, feed Kazuichi's delusions. That's it. Feed his overactive imagination. Our wife currently just being like, excuse you, Hajime? Fucking excuse you? I love that the music has just ground to a halt. It's great. It's great. Like, the mini games in these trials are garbage, but the dialogue and humor in the trials themselves are pretty damn good. I don't know if I prefer this game over Danganronpa 1 yet, but Because it took me a while to really vibe with the characters, but stuff like this, man, I it's always gonna tickle me. It's always gonna tickle me. Have I played through the Hack series? Yes! Hello, fellow Hack fan! I recently just re-downloaded Hack Sign Roots.
2 hours later.
Too much info.
Chiaki, you don't gotta call me out like that. Chiaki, you don't gotta call me out like that. What the fuck? It's like the video game just broke the fourth wall. It's like, would you please shut up? God damn it. Okay, fine, Chiaki, we'll do it your way. We'll fucking do it your way. You brat. I'm crying. Oh. Okay. Fuck. Oh, okay. Okay, focus on me, focus. I mean, why not both? I mean, right?
Yeah, it's not like that.
There.
She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
I find Mimiru argues too much, but smash. That's fair.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Thanks, Remy. Remy, do me a favor, would you? Throw it into the stream clip section on Discord. Please and thank you.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Was already on it? Thank you. Arigato, thanks.
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
I don't think you feel bad at all, Nagito. You're just here to sow chaos.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Is it trap music? Because, oof. Commercial break? Oh, trial suspended. Okay.
Hiya!
Why, hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. What? What's that? Now then, Mon Ami's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like the red-headed stepchild who's Hey! Fuck you! Fuck you! Stupid bear! Yeah. Murgurger. Fine. Fine, then. No. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. Ami is ready to get executed just to punt him now. I will take that plushie down off the shelf behind me and I will stomp on its face. Let's see it shoot its thunder arrows out of the sky at me. I dare it. Oh. Oh, never mind then. While you were whining, your time's already running out. So please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. Too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on. If your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then... I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez. And I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. A certain robot's little sister? The fuck reference was he making there? That has gone over my head.